Hey, what's up, everyone? Today we're taking a look at a Clone Wars micro series promo sell sheet for the DVD. As you can see here, the cover art from the first volume of the DVD for the first time on DVD, March 22nd, 2005, Star Wars Clone Wars Volume 1. These sell sheets are always meant ostensibly for you, the retailer, to determine whether this is worth purchasing for you and your customers and what quantities. There's some technical information here about key dates, interesting information about target and background. The target is boys 6 to 13, and of course, generally speaking, fans of Star Wars. Background information about what this is all about and who produced it. And with an important reminder here that in 2005, the show actually won an Emmy. That's not something I think that's talked about enough. Obviously directed by Genndy Tartakovsky. And it sets up some information about when this sort of takes place in the Star Wars timeline, about when it first aired, and about how it was well received, winning time slots among kids, boys, teens, and young adults. And in my case, certainly older adults too. This was absolutely appointment viewing if you could make the time to find these things in real time on Cartoon Network. They came in very short bursts, but I've talked about before. In the building I lived in at the time, there were a number of us Star Wars fans from across the spectrum of the fandom who absolutely tried to make sure we were sitting there in front of that TV to catch these little spurts, because this was a really, really exciting time, and this was a really great show. And to me, it was clear immediately that this was something worthwhile. And I one important thing about this sell sheet for me too is that when the DVD, both the Volume 1 and Volume 2, which came out I think a little later in 2005, ultimately appeared, boy, that was game-changing for me, because these were DVDs that I just would put on practically on loops. I would just have them on in the background. It was such a great time, such a great show. It's still one of my favorite bits of all EU Star Wars storytelling. Reminder of the DVD special features, including featurettes with Lucas and Tartakovsky, explaining how the Clone Wars series, this series in particular, leads directly into the Star Wars movie Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. So again, yet another reminder about Lucas's, regard for the EU and these EU-related products and how they actually fit into the larger picture, right? As if we needed any more reminders. Story synopsis. Again, obviously that should be pretty well familiar to anyone familiar with the Clone Wars, and some additional key selling points. Again, reminds you that this is basically, connecting up Episode 2 and Episode 3. Also a reminder too that more is coming, right? And there was going to be stuff airing right up to the release of Episode 3, connecting so well as it does the events of the final episode with the very beginning of Revenge of the Sith. Also reminding folks that there are some additional things coming out around that time. Some of the early DVD releases of the prequels, and again a reminder there that Clone Wars won the 2005 Emmy for Outstanding Animated Program for programming 1 hour or more. So anyway, a fun little relic of a fun time in the Star Wars Expanded Universe, the Star Wars Clone Wars Micro Series Volume 1 promo sell sheet. See you next time.